might be wondering, what do these four seemingly very random things have to do with exercise? I will show you. So I learned this exercise on a channel called Athlean X, and it basically helps your posture. And I want to get my posture to be a little bit better. My shoulders tend to slump sometimes, and in the video he talked really in depth about how like your thoracic spine and all these interesting jargon for back muscles and stuff like that. And really the problem that I'm facing is that I need to strengthen these neck muscles. And I did this exercise the other day, and I immediately later that day felt a difference. So I've been tracking the progress of doing this. So basically you put this juggling ball, or it could be, I guess it could be a tennis ball or whatever. You put it here, and then you want like a bunch of weight here. I don't have any real weights, so I'm using these random books. And then you just want to bend back and pull back up. And it strengthens your neck muscles. So I like to do about like 10 of these. Might be doing it somewhat wrong, but I think some progress is better than none. And that's just one of the exercises. Look at that. Neck muscles developing. It was a really good video. I'm gonna post it in the description, because he also mentions that for you to get in your best shape, you have to first fix your posture, because everything else will need alignment in that way. You'll be basically building on improper alignment. So it's good to really get your posture right first, at least in the beginning of your journey toward reaching your fitness goals. So I'm working on that posture, man. Yesterday was a whole lot of fun, speaking at the Boss Artist series about how to sell out your show. That was such a good time, and I met some really cool artists and people who, some of them reached out to me today and are looking to work together potentially, so that's really nice. Sickening is still happening. As you can see, it's gotten a little bit like weird, but I'm actually gonna head back to the venue space now because I left my glasses there, which is so unlike me. I usually don't leave stuff lying about, but things happen. So I'm about to head out into the abyss to fetch my glasses. I just found out that my homegirl Petra, lead singer of my No-No band, is up the street getting a dooner at the best dooner spot in Berlin, which I happen to live near, so I'm gonna just like pop up and see her on the line. I didn't tell her I was coming, so hopefully I catch her. And yeah, this should be pretty funny. Surprise, here she is, yay!
We're gonna eat a lot,
so drop it like it's hot. Yeah, they've been changing the meat, and so she was waiting here for like 20 minutes, but she's so close. So close, yeah. So yeah, this is Petrix, guys. I told you a little bit about her. She's lead singer of my No-No band. You can check her out. I'll put her Instagram in the description and stuff. Yeah. And if you're ever in Berlin, you gotta try Mustafa.
The famous Mustafa kebab.
Take a look at the prices now. When you come here, it might be different. That's it.
We're gonna eat a lot. Oh my god,
guys. I heard this dooner is like God.
Worth it
all. So I was gonna go pick up my glasses, and what ended up happening. We were having so much fun on the dooner line that we just decided to screw all our plans, and to come back to the apartamento to hang out and brainstorm, mastermind, drink a few beers, hang, and then Alex came and joined toward the middle, as usual, in front of a computer doing some kind of editing. Just now I was saying that it would be, I always say like it's a good idea for anyone to at least once in their lifetime live in New York City. And Petra's never gone to New York
No.
And Alex and I grew up there. We're both from Brooklyn. And I was like, I think it's a good idea to just get it out of your system, like just go to New York, live there for a little while, realize that, hey, like either you love the hustle or you don't, and then move on with life. Like it's a really,
That sounds good.
It's an incredible city. Like I can't lie, it's you can find anything there.
Literally.
Yeah, and there's so much opportunity there that I think for me it instilled an abundance mindset because people would be like, there's no jobs, and then I'd look out the window and see like skyscrapers and be like, yo, there's jobs. Like literally, like that's how I'd be like, yo, are you kidding me? Like someone needs to work in these buildings, like there's jobs, man. Like I don't know what you're talking about. There are absolutely jobs everywhere. I'm seeing them all over the place. I think definitely if you have the chance or if you decide to, live in New York for a bit. See how it treats you.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made out. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're New York.
That's right, y'all. See? That's how you get there. Don't do it. This album really grew on me. So we were just getting down to that song, that NERD song, Pharrell. And toward the end, I'm like, I don't know what he's saying, but this is great. And Alex goes, he's talking about police brutality. And I'm like, what? How? And he like basically broke it down to me and then told me about how in Brooklyn, in our former neighborhoods, that there was just a police shooting. And right now, a lot of people are rallying and marching over it. And yeah, it was just really interesting. And I kind of, maybe you can elaborate a little bit better than I can, because I haven't seen it on my timeline so much.
Yeah. The name of this song, by the way, is Don't Do It. And it's on the NERD album featuring Kendrick Lamar. It's great. But yeah, this situation in Brooklyn that happened a few days ago, there was a shooting. I don't know the whole story, but there was a shooting. A cop essentially shot down a black guy, unarmed black man. And it happened on Montgomery and Utica Avenue.
My bus route, man.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I grew up from the time I was a baby until maybe 7 or 8. I grew up about 4 blocks away from there. I grew up on Montgomery and Bedford Avenue. And went to school in that area. Like my whole childhood is like nearby.
Yeah.
And my dad actually got shot and murdered on Montgomery and Bedford, and right around the corner from where I lived. And yeah, it wasn't a cop shooting, but it was a different situation. But yeah, he was shot and murdered on not too far away. So I got an email, and I've been seeing all of the timeline news and whatnot about this shooting that happened a day or two ago.
Wow.
And it's like bringing back these memories, and I think it's really it's some synchronicity happening because I've been thinking a lot about my dad. And I was lucky enough to actually just turn 28, and my dad passed away around this same time, you know what I mean, when I was 2. So I've been just reminiscing a lot about that, and it's saddening that this is still happening in the same area.
28 years later, you know? Like
28 years later.
Or like what, 26 years later,
26,
you know?
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Every time one of these situations happen, people say, oh, we gotta pray, we gotta think about the families that are affected, we gotta do a bunch of other shit that, excuse my language, but we gotta do a bunch of things that doesn't really make a tangible change, you know what I mean? And we got to do a lot of thinking about this, and if there's no action being taken, then there won't be any changes. You know what I mean? If we're just thinking about it and saying nice things and like,
or feeling bad or whatever, yeah.
If we, that's just the same as putting an RIP on a shirt. It doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? It really doesn't do anything to solve the problem, and it's like, the same thing is gonna happen next week. You know what I mean? Just like it happened last week, it's gonna happen next week and next month, and there's gonna be more guys like me growing up without their fathers. You know what I mean? And more brothers growing up without their older brother and younger brother, and it's like, it's not just that family that's going to be affected. It's like the whole community gets affected when that happens, because that's one less person in that community that's going to be able to provide now. You know what I mean? And have an impact on that community. It's a shame, man. It's definitely a shame. I don't know the full story. I don't know what this guy was about. I don't know what the situation is about. I think it just sucks that it's still happening. You know what I mean? In our communities.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. I'm one of those kids that grew up without their dad because guns are a problem in the States. You know what I mean? My dad was shot and killed when I was 2. I have no recollection of him at all. You know what I mean? I see photos of him and it's like, wow, that's my dad. I don't know what his voice sounds like. I don't know. It's only hearsay about who he is. You know what I mean? I have no memories of him at all. And I refuse to be that for my potential future kid, for my siblings, for the rest of my family. I refuse to be that. You know what I mean? Therefore, I refuse to live in a place where anybody could take me out. You know what I mean? And it's not about being tough. It's not about dressing a certain way. Sure, that's involved as well. But if anybody can get their hands on a gun, anybody could take you out. Anybody. You know what I mean? Even the people that are supposed to be protecting you can take you out.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even those folks. So I feel like if you're a black guy watching this, man, and in the States, just be aware. It's crazy to me. Every time I hear about one of these situations where somebody else got shot, it's kind of like, damn, this shit is still happening. My dad.
Yeah.
That situation, it's still happening. And yeah, it sucks a little bit more when it's like, damn, a cop shot and killed that person, an unarmed person. You know what I mean?
Word.
It's like, well, damn. You know
That's
what I mean?
messed up, yeah.
So it's definitely, it's heartbreaking, man. But I think a lot of people are becoming numb to it now because it's just like, it's
everywhere
just
all
something that
the
happens.
time.
Yeah. So it's like,
At this point, I just want to know if you guys have any ideas of what a good solution would be to. I'm dead serious.
I don't know if getting guns off the street is a real option, guys, because that's been spoken about many a times. There's people that really love their guns, and they're like, no, if you take away our Second Amendment rights, you'll take away all of our rights. You know what I mean? That's just step one, and then all the other ones will go with it. It's kind of like, well, okay. You know what I mean? Okay.
Anyway, this video got pretty long.
It got real.
It did get real.
Yeah.
Next time it'll be a podcast. But yeah, so post in the comments if you have a solution to America's gun problem. We would love to hear it. Or New York City's gun problem. We can start small. So yeah, thanks Pharrell for sparking this conversation. And yeah, this has been basically most of my day today, having very good enlightening conversations. And I will sign off here. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow. This has been Super Ivy #Hero and Alex Hall Film.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your story. Very
You're welcome.
Personal and heartfelt story.
Really quick, I just thought of a great solution
Okay.
to this situation.
What you got?
We need more people spreading love in this world.
Yeah.
That is what we need. So guys, you could do this on your own. You could do this wherever the hell you are. Spread love. Just spread love in your family, spread love on your Facebook feed, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Spread love.
Go
It's
spread
the
some
Brooklyn
love.
way.
Go tell somebody you love that you love them. You know? Go share that good energy, and possibly people might stop dying and getting shot. So it might happen. So go spread love. Love you guys.
Spread love. And on that note, this has been Super Ivy the Hashtag Hero. Hero out.